mentioned earlier, strings are basically a collection of characters. So let's look at a few string operations. First, we'll initialize a string variable. So var equal to simply learn, and we'll perform all our operations on this var variable. Now the first thing we'll do with this string variable is we'll see how we can extract each character in string. So just like in case of list and tuples, every character in your string has an index and it always starts with 0. So the first character is at location 0, second at 1, third at 2, and so on. So if you want to extract the first character of your string, which is S in our case, we just do var of 0. And as you see, S is printed. Similarly, if we want to extract the fifth character of our string, we'll put var of 4. So if you want to extract nth character, your index for it would be n minus 1 because we start our index from 0. And that prints L. So as you can see here, S is 0 and then we have 1, 2, 3, 4 and that is L. So now that we learned how to extract a single character, let's see how we can extract multiple characters from the string. Suppose I want to extract the first 3 characters. In that case, I would say var of the first 3, so my starting character would be at 0. So if I want to extract the first 3 characters of my string, what I'm basically saying is that I want to extract the character at the 0th, 1st and 2nd position. Then I'd say print of var of starting from the 0th location up to the 3rd location. We say 3 and not 2 because the last index is always excluded. So if I put 2 here instead of 3, then only the 0th and the 1st character would be printed. So I want my first 3 characters to be printed. So var of 0 to 3, and I'll run this. And as you see, the first 3 characters have been printed, capital S followed by IM. Now if you want to start from your first character, you can also just ignore the 0. So you can say var of :3. That is, we are not typing the 0 in this case. It's automatically understood that you start extracting from the first character when you miss out the 0. So you run this and as you see, it's the same result. Now if you want to print the character starting from the 5th location until the end of the string, you can go with print of var of 5th character, so 5 and up to the end. In this case, you do not need to mention the last index. You can just leave it blank and it's automatically understood that you're printing till the very last character of your string. And as you see, from your 5th index to the very last character has been printed. Now suppose you give var of 0 to 20 and it's pretty obvious that you do not have 20 characters in this particular string. So you do not have 20 indexes. So what do you think would happen if I do 0 to 20? Well, the entire string is printed. So although we have only 11 characters in our string and we have given the ending index as 20, this does not result in an error, just our entire string gets printed. Now if you want to find out the length of your string without actually having to count it manually, you can use the function len of var. Len is an inbuilt function in Python. Now run the command and as you can see, we have 11 characters in our string.